Hello and welcome everyone to Rippin' Strips. I'm L-Dawg.
And I'm the Corndog.
And we're going to rip some strips today.
That's
meaning
right.
comic strips.
Yep. If you don't know, what we'd like to do is we pit two comic strips head to head and read them and see which one is actually the funniest. And until then, I just get to talk to my friend Logan.
Howdy.
Howdy. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. All right, let's get into the comic strip.
Speaking of howdy, is there any weird regional sayings from NorCal you picked up?
Well,
I never hear you say anything odd like that.
howdy is odd. I've never heard that before.
Well, whatever. I mean, but they don't say it out here as much as Texas.
No, I say howdy every once in a while, I feel like. Howdy.
It's a good one.
I say, howdy. Yeah. Look at this rootin' tootin' son of a gun.
Whoa, that's a pretty good Texas accent. That's how they all talk.
I know.
Dude, I have noticed, though, people from, like, our buddies Sean and Ryan and people from the Northeast say, I'll meet you at 10 of 5. 10 of? I still don't know what that means.
10 of 5?
I think it means 10 till.
10 till 5, yeah.
Or 10 after?
No, but that can
I
be
think it's 10 till, but
10 till, yeah.
I never use it, so I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like just as easy to say 4:50 or...
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 till 5, 10 minutes before 5. I don't know. That's it. You know what else they say is Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, what the hell?
Mario.
Have you never watched TV or heard a commercial? You crazy.
Super Mario. Yeah, that's crazy. It seems dumb and stupid, and everyone who says that should be put in an electric chair.
True. I'm against the death penalty except for that.
Yeah. Get them off our streets. Enough with... Don't take it out of the jails and just bring it out into real life for everyone who says Mario, including our friends, I guess.
Yeah.
I
don't know if I've heard them say Mario.
Ryan definitely did. I don't know. They've all been out here so long. They're just people from the East Coast are holding on to their East Coastness so preciously. Have you noticed that? Like,
well,
I like
yeah.
that sandwich better because it's more East Coast style, and that's the way you make a freaking sandwich. It's like, what are you why? Why is the East Coast better at everything? And if they are, then why the hell are you living here?
Right. Well, because of the weather.
Yeah,
which
weather.
I think kind of tracks, actually. There is like some cool edginess out there that is really desperately missing out here, you know?
No. What do you mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Like people aren't like, hey, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah,
You're
I missed
looking for
that. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, people can have thicker skin out there, I think. Maybe that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. People,
And people bust each other's balls and shit.
That's true.
But the weather does suck, and I would rather live out here. And by the way, the architecture kind of sucks out there. It's like everyone lives on top of each other.
Yeah.
But they do seem cooler to me. And I'm not from there.
Right. But do you think there was the similar type of edginess? Sorry, I'm burping as I'm talking.
In Texas, no.
Yeah. No. Just a bunch of thin-skinned crybabies crying over their acai bowls.
Everybody's phony friendly.
Yeah.
Which is kind of out here, too.
Yeah,
they're more polite in Texas.
Right, the faux politeness friendly. That Midwest is the same way.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of real, but it's like it's more real than maybe L.A. I don't know how to explain it. They're different.
Yeah,
LA people can be rude, but they can be like phony nice too.
Yeah, right. And like the phony nice. I don't know. I think that's better than. Be like, hey, what the fuck you doing over there? Just like being upset all the time. Like I appreciate being upfront and saying whatever's on your mind. I think that's great. But you don't need to immediately go towards being pissed all the time. That's what it seems like it is out there. Everyone's going, oh, what the fuck? You know?
True, but growing up and even now when I go visit my family, I really wish everyone would just speak their mind. It annoys me, you know?
Yeah. everyone's has that experience with the family and shit like that, except for those East Coasters. They're all like,
Yeah, just like, what are you thinking? What, you dumb idiot?
yeah.
Billy, tell him. I don't know.
No, dude, keep going. This is good. This is good.
They're all Italian, by the way. Too. This is how Sean's household was.
Yeah, right. Right.
The Irish.
There's Billy. He's a freaking moron. Hey, Billy, get your ass over here, you dumb motherfucker. That felt a little too hard.
I love you, Billy.
I love
but
you.
That's the,
yeah, right.
Hey, fuck you. I love you. What are you doing?
Don't you feel like that's going to like for me, I know I wish I spoke my mind more often. I talk shit behind your back all the time, but I'm too
Right.
scared to say it to your face. No, but I think I do admire that, and there is a part of that I like. But sometimes it's like, sometimes in the moment I say something and then I am like, well, that's not how I felt at all. I was just upset, or I realized later that was not, and I'm glad I didn't voice that, because that's would have made things a lot more difficult. Or do you think it's better just to be totally unfiltered and then figure it out from there?
I think maybe I lean more toward that, because I regret not saying things more, but I only regret, there's never a time where I'm like, oh, I didn't say that, and I'm glad I didn't. I don't know. Maybe that's not true either.
Yeah.
I guess it's all a balance.
Yeah, I guess it's all a balance. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's some things I've thought, I don't need to say everything I think. You don't want to hear everything that's going on in this twisted fucking crazy place up here.
And not everyone wants to hear every complaint you have in your mind.
Right.
Right away. You don't have to constantly be negative and complain.
Yeah.
But I do, like, a good example is I was visiting my family one time, like a big family gathering, and our cousin had a yappy dog, and I just asked him, like, have you tried to get it trained? And my dad was like, Logan, they're family. And I was like, yeah, well, if I can't say it, who's going to say it? That's not even that rude, I don't think.
No, doesn't sound rude at all.
But that's the whole weird attitude of like, hey, just let everything bother you and
then never speak up about it.
Yeah, it's like, ugh. I hate that.
Yeah, that is tough. That is tough. When there's just like a blatant fact, like, your dog is fucking annoying.
Yeah, we're all listening to it bark constantly,
Yeah, I hate that. That it really gets my goat. And I hear a dog just won't stop yapping for no reason, and then the owner's just like sitting there like, so what's going on with you? Just ignoring them.
No.
Yeah.
It's
doing
barking louder than anything.
And they're just doing that over and over, and it's clearly not changing anything. So like, no. Shh. Sorry. And it's like, no, get up and figure it out. Get this dog out of here. It feels insane.
I found out later they were told not to bring the dog. It's
really?
just like, yeah, don't bring the dog. It's a bad dog. It's not like, sorry.
Yeah. That happens a lot with
There's so many dogs around here, and none of them are like that.
Right.
Like, that's not just, oh, he's just a dog. It's like, okay.
And I'm fine if that's how your dog acts. Great. Whatever. At home or around company. But if you're like around company, don't just sit there and expect us all to ignore how annoying your dog is. Like, put it outside, put it in the car, do something that will help the situation for everyone. Be considerate of other people. Yeah. Not just be like, oh yeah, he always barks. Or just be like, hey, no, shh. Anyway, and then the dog's like, no, shut your dog up. But East Coast dogs are, arf, I'm freaking barking over here. Give him my bone, bitch.
Yo, Poochie, stop fucking barking. I love you, Poochie. I love you. You're killing me.
The dog's barking. You probably can't hear it with everyone yelling at each other and slapping each other around. Hey. Is everyone on the East Coast Italian? Because that's what
I said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was the joke. And then I said, like, Sean. Yeah, Sean talks like that. Hey.
Yeah.
Because he's Irish.
Because he's Irish.
Yeah.
Italian. Yeah.
Hey, O'Malley, get over here.
O'Malley, I got to freaking talk to you.
We got to eat some potatoes over here. What's an Irish dish? I don't even know. Potatoes.
Potato. Hey, where's that
I'm Irish.
corned beef and cabbage? Get it over here right freaking now. She should have had a freaking Guinness yesterday by now. That doesn't make sense either. We're not good at Irish Italians. Oh, we're not from the East Coast.
I grew up my whole life thinking I was Italian. Irish Italian, actually, until
Hey, I'm freaking river dancing over here. I'm river dancing over here.
Yo, ma, this corned beef hash it's beautiful. The shepherd's pie, it's to die for.
I love it. Anyway, to answer your question, no, I said the slang we had from NorCal, we would say hella.
That's a thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's
right?
not. I mean, now it's maybe said everywhere, but that's kind of unique.
Right. Yeah. We said hella. It goes back to the 1920s during the gold rush era. It was
I couldn't afford 2 words.
right. Exactly. Well, you'd sell a telegram. You'd send a telegram. You could only send so many words per, dime or whatever.
Right.
So that's when they wanted to say hell. There's a hell of a lot of gold over here, but I haven't found it yet. That's why I'm broke and need to shorten these words.
There's hella gold up yonder in California way.
What in tarnation? That's a gold miner thing. See, I get confused between gold miner lingo and Texas cowboy lingo. Like, what in tarnation?
Yeah, Texas is like where the Confederate South meets the Southwest desert people, and
right.
It's kind of both.
But is what in tarnation? Is that a gold diggers? Is that a prospectors term or a Wild West term?
Well, that's the West. That is.
I
the
mean,
same
a
thing.
Texas term. When you think Wild West, when I think Wild West,
it is California. That counts.
I think Texas. Wild West to me is Texas.
I mean, it's the whole.
I
Texas
get it. No, I get
actually-
what you're saying. It's the fucking West.
No. But I mean, Texas. I don't know. I don't. I mean, I know what you mean. I don't know. A lot of people drove cattle from like Dallas up to Dodge City, which I guess is by Chicago or something, and that's like where a lot of these, the concept of cowboys, taking 100 cows up like across all these states and stuff.
Yeah.
But all the westerns actually take place way west of that, and
like
it's all
Arizona.
Yeah, and Oregon and stuff.
Oregon?
Yeah, like where did Stagecoach take place? They shot it up in Oregon where there's all these weird structures, like I don't know what they're called, buttes. And
but it's not.
Where was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly supposed to take place? I guess some of that wasn't right. I guess the Civil War was going on. I feel like they stumbled into the Civil War. I mean, this did happen. There was a scene where they stumbled across soldiers wearing gray, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck those Union guys." And then the guys go, and all the dust flew off, and they were wearing blue. Captured. That was a cool scene, but it was like I feel like they crossed in. They were coming from the West, like another world, the Wild West, and they stumbled into this Civil War going on.
Yeah. See, I don't know anything.
I don't either. Anyone who knows that movie like better than I do is just like, you got it all wrong.
I know. Like, I was thinking, like, well, the Wild West, what I know is like, what, Billy the Kid and all that shit, I think happened in like Arizona, I think. Makes sense to me. And then I know Lewis and Clark were on the Oregon Trail and went to Oregon.
Well, maybe that's more like frontier.
Right, that's more frontier. And that's pre-Wild West.
Pre-cowboy.
Pre-cowboys, yeah. Or at least over there. And then the shootouts and stuff. And then, but the gold prospectors, like the 49er, the old hillbilly, who's like, there's gold in them thar hills.
Maybe a lot of them were just from the South and they just sounded the same.
Maybe they had the same lingo. Huh.
Well, I'll be.
Yeah. And it's interesting. It seems like, when you think of the cowboys, they were all dying at like 18 or whatever. Billy the Kid. He never made it to Billy the Man.
Right.
Billy the Grandpa? I don't think so. But whenever you think of a prospector, you think of an old man. They had a pretty good life expectancy comparatively. Either that or mining for gold was so difficult back in those days that it made you look like that.
Right. Well, maybe. Yeah, you're in the sun all day because it's a lot of sifting in rivers and stuff. But I suspect, I don't know this for a fact, but knowing everything I know and living in this world for about 40 years, I think there must have been a character in a movie that was real popular that was like that. And now that's the stereotypical prospector. But I bet most of them must have been young, starting like before even starting a family. They're like, oh, I'll go out west and make something on myself.
It does seem like a young man's game, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that character just seems so movie to me.
Yeah. Well, I bet when the prospectors saw that movie, they're like, what the fuck? That's not who we are. Oh, these like these cut, young, handsome dudes. Just
the fuck, dude. Yeah. Like a backwards, upside down visor. It's like a frat guy. Yeah. The fuck, man? We're not like that at all.
What else do we have? I don't know if we had any other lingo besides hella. I don't know. I think that might have been it.
Yeah, and the surfer twang is like down here more. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys talk like that at all up there?
Yeah. I definitely have friends who did.
My buddy who grew up in Orange County, it's like, it's sick.
Really? Wait, do you have a friend who has
I'm exaggerating, but yeah, he grew up in Orange County. He was in Handsome Devil. Have you ever heard of that band? Yeah, but it's pretty rad. Like he says rad and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of that's probably being in a band too, but it's definitely like the surfer. Like he's got an accent.
It's interesting. Orange County is such like a.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because that personality, they're all like that, but it's also such a hardcore Republican zone. We're like, yeah, bro, abortion should be illegal, bro.
Well, I don't know. I bet he's pro-choice, but yeah, he seems right wing though, like in that way though, like in a punk. I don't know.
in a cool
not
way.
Republican, but he's doesn't love woke stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he probably isn't like he probably doesn't vote.
Then I know who he'll love. I know who he'll love then. Sleepy Joe. Because he hates woke stuff. I mean, just get ready for the election.
Yeah, I just don't like that woke stuff, you know. That's like what he would say.
The most backlash I received that I remember for a tweet I sent out, which was insensitive, I admit, and also it was kind of funny, I thought. But, and I guess I'll tell you it now. It was right after Chester Bennington died. Did I tell you this?
Yeah, you said it on.
Okay, great. I already talked about that. Yeah. That was the most backlash I've gotten. But that being said, I'm sure I did some stupid. She made some joke, I don't know, when I was trying to be the funny, all online
or shocking
and learning
or whatever.
Yeah, be shocking.
Just get her.
Because back in the day,
reaction.
Here's a joke I was gonna say, but like back in the day, like they're back in the good old days. No, it's much better now. I think it's much better now that we're more conscious of what we're actually saying and the impact we have on people. But there were like all these movies and stand up and TV and everything, like there was so much more homophobic stuff, transphobic stuff, racist stuff, racial stereotypes, and like especially like I even remember back in the day there's an episode of Friends where they beat a gay guy to death.
Oh yeah. That used to be my favorite episode too, but then now I think about it, it's like, you know what, that was wrong.
Yeah, they're all just laughing watching Phoebe go crazy on this poor gay guy. No, but there was like a lot more of like, oh, what? I kissed a man.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was a really popular joke. That would bring the house down back in the 90s.
Yeah. Ace Ventura.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
so. Everyone's reaction was so crazy.
Finkel is Einhorn, and that's okay.
I think I disagree. That I don't think things are better now because people are more careful. I just think humor is different and things don't age well. But if you're not, I mean, it depends. But if you're not trying to be hateful or spread rumors or spread like things, like pretending they're true or something, then I think jokes are fine. But as a 39-year-old, I'm not going to tell the same jokes. An 18-year-old right now is going to try to be shocking. I don't think that's how 18-year-olds are.
I agree.
I think that's the difference. I think it's just that we've aged. I don't even think that society. I think society's way worse, really, than it was before 9/11.
Well, that is probably true. That is probably true. Yeah, I think we are in a bad place, sure. But it is the fact that we are more accepting and recognizing of, say, trans people. I think that's good.
Yes, that is good, and that is a change that's true. But I don't think that is equal to the fact that no one can make fun of blank or whatever minority.
Absolutely. I
don't think that is a good change. I actually think there was more harmony happening when everyone could rip on each other for whatever, knowing that the other person doesn't mean it or isn't, or, you know, part of the joke is that it's absurd for me to rip on you for, you know,
right,
being Mexican or whatever it is.
Right. But like that wasn't the joke back then all the time. You know, like we were talking about with like Ace Ventura or like, you know.
Yeah, no, well, yes.
Right.
That's a really bad one. That's straight up homophobic 100%.
Right. And there are a lot of jokes that like that were very popular, or like racial stereotypes that were wrong. But like
I'm thinking
in terms
tough
of like ball busting,
thinking tough crowd ball busting.
Right.
I remember that show, and I feel like that show
Perfect.
would be labeled, actually it was pretty right wing. But they would have labeled it today as like Nazis, and it's like, no, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Catrice, what is
Patrice
what's his name?
O'Neill.
Yeah, Patrice O'Neill and
Caprice,
Kevin Hart are on there, and they're
Caprice.
keeping up with everybody, and like women are on there, and they're ripping on the women for shit, and vice versa. Like the white man's getting it. It's
well,
great.
yeah, it's just like a roast or whatever. You know, like good fun is good, can be good fun. I know it's a mind-blowing statement, but
Yeah, and I guess that still exists now, but everybody's so divided, and I don't like it. I wish everybody was more harmonious in general.
I agree, and you also wish we all had thick skin like those East Coasters. The jokes they make, oh my god!
Maybe that's where I thought they were cool, is Tough Crowd specifically.
Yeah, Tough Crowd was cool, and it is a show you can't make today. And if we did, I don't think I would ever want to be on it. Maybe we should do a Ripley's Believe It or Not. Should we?
Yeah, we should. Actually, I have one more thing to say though.
Bring it on, baby.
Tough Crowd. Tough Crowd was cool, and that was a roast style. But when they started doing the roasts on Comedy Central, those went down so fast.
They
it was
really
just
did.
like, let's see how mean we can get. It is all about the vibe. It's not like about just being mean, but it's like, you know, on those it would be like you're hired to write jokes about someone you don't know.
Right. No, yeah. No, I mean, Tough Crowd, they would go through like news stories or whatever, and then everyone would just go around saying jokes. It was almost like a actually good, well orchestrated Comics Unleashed type of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas the roast was just like, you just can only go so far. And then you're roasting people who are just, the people they started roasting were just like so didn't like it
They're
weren't
like
it wasn't
heel
an
characters on
honor.
reality shows. It's
Right,
like,
exactly. Like you're roasting fucking the
Justin
situation from
yeah.
Jersey Shores. I don't think they did that, but it's like
no, they did, I think.
it's like some
Oh, he was on one.
yeah, exactly. The people roasting are all just like dumb reality show celebs when it's just like other people are writing their jokes and it's like what's the point of this? This is just dumb. It lost its appeal really quick.
That's why Norm's set. Are you familiar with Norm's roasting of
Bob Saget? Yes.
That's why that made me laugh so hard because he just told dad jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everyone else was like, "Oh, I heard your mom die, or I heard your brother died. I guess the wrong son died." It's like,
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like those
yeah.
types of like, let me just read into the worst
Right.
possible thing I can dig at someone.
Yeah, exactly. There's some shows like that. Where it's just like, oh, so you're Jewish. You should have been in the concentration camp. It's like, okay.
Yeah, good one.
Good one.
Pretty creative.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not like anything nuanced about your personality. It's just
Right.
like reading a fucking biography of you and just being like, wow, you're 6'2"? Well, you should have your head chopped off because you're so tall. It's like, okay. You know, oh, you're Jewish. I bet you're circumcised. Gross.
All right. Let's go.
Anyway, well, I guess they don't have to look far to find stuff to cancel us over if we get The Masked Singer based on this episode.
I guess not.
It's right in front of their faces.
I just told my old fan to check out my new stuff. He's going to be horrified.
Okay, Ripley's Believe It or Not. Let's do a nice palate cleanser, huh?
Let's do it.
Okay. So this is, I read, Ripley's Believe It or Not has a comic in the comic strip section, and they list 3 insane facts. Believe it or not, we don't know anything more beyond what is written in the comic. We do no research. We never will. But here we go. Fact number 1.
Hit me with it.
The Antarctic Ocean's frigid temperatures can create underwater icicles made from a mixture of brine and ice that descend from a sheet of ice on the surface and freeze nearly everything in their path.
Oh, that is cool. It's tough to get across in a blurb like that, but I've seen video of that. It's pretty interesting. Like a fish can accidentally swim into it and just instantly freeze.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But thanks to global warming, the fish won't be frozen for long.
Yeah, they'll die of heat exhaustion.
Yeah, so don't worry. Keep throwing out batteries or whatever. We're saving the fish in the Antarctic
that's
Ocean.
the one I'm guilty of.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't pollute with my vehicle, but I do that. I got batteries right there.
It's
I
hard.
just threw 2
It's
away.
fucking too hard to recycle batteries. Why is it so hard?
I've asked Jesse more than once what I'm supposed to do with batteries, and he probably told me. I think you're supposed to take it to the hardware store.
You are, yeah. You are.
They can't handle that if every citizen did that.
Well, I think most citizens don't, and I think they probably just, I would guess,
They want it that way, I think.
yes.
They don't make money from that.
And I would also guess, just judging by the type of people that are working, that I see working at the Home Depots, not the most environmentally caring bunch. It doesn't seem to me, I know I'm generalizing all Home Depot employees right now, but it would seem to me that if I was working at one of those, and I was one of these bad people. I know. I was like, wait, no, I wouldn't do this. But what I think is I would bet a lot of them.
We love construction workers and people like that.
Sure. Nothing wrong with anyone who works at Home Depot or goes there, except for the head of Home Depot, I think is a pretty big Republican donor guy. I think I heard somewhere.
I don't know.
I don't know either. So anyway, fact number 2.
You were going to say they do something evil at
I
Home
would bet
Depot.
they just throw them away at Home Depot too.
Oh, right. Yeah. They throw the big bin that you recycle. They just throw that away.
Like, the Costco I go to, they have, I think they just finally changed it, but they have all the trash cans, right? And it's one trash can and it has 3 sections: compost, recycling, trash, right? It's just like, and there's just open holes for either of them, anything you want. And they have pictures next to each one of like what you can throw in. So I was just throwing trash in there for years. And then one day I looked down and I looked underneath the top, and it's just one big trash bag with 3 different holes.
Where was this?
Costco.
That is insane.
So it's just they're just tricking you into thinking that they're actually doing something. Isn't that crazy?
That's funny.
I don't think it's all Costco's. I think it was just this one, but that was, I'm sure, it's probably so much easier for them to do that. To just go, fuck it. All right. Fact number 2. Which one's more mind blowing? Okay, we'll do this one. If all the bends in the 4,258 mile long Nile River were straightened out. Okay, following so far?
Yes.
Well, it was just a word salad that I was pushing out of my mouth. Pushing out like a poop. I don't know what's it pushing out. Let me read it one more time because I'm sure not everyone followed. So it was difficult.
If the Nile River, which curves a lot, was straightened out, it would be how long?
Okay, I guess it wasn't so difficult. It would flow from the equator in Africa. Okay.
Yes, the equator in Africa.
To the Scottish Highlands.
Oh. That's believable.
That seems really far.
Yeah, but not that impressive. I thought it was going to stretch to the other side of the equator on the other side of the earth or something crazy like that.
Go all the way across the earth? All the way over?
Yeah, because I don't know how much it curves, but I guess not that much. Boring.
Okay, glad I didn't end with that fact.
Next.
Okay, all right. Here's our last fact. And it's a short one. Okay.
Good. Short and sweet.
All right. And I'll pose this one as a question for you to answer. What do you think the closest cousins of whales are?
Dolphins.
That's the
Can I guess
sound
again?
wrong. Yes.
The closest, it's going to be a land animal. It's a trick
I'm
question.
giving you, yep. I'll give you 5 guesses. You already have one.
It's a land animal. I feel like I've heard this before. Well, if I got 5 guesses, bears?
Nope. That would be
It's
crazy.
going to be something small.
That would be crazy if it was bears.
Bats? I don't know.
That would be even crazier. But I love the way your mind is working right now, Logan.
What the hell? I have a picture in my mind of the evolution of a whale, and I remember seeing like a picture of a weird-looking mammal.
Interesting.
I'm trying to think. It almost looked like a dog with a giant head.
You got 2 more. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
interesting.
Oh.
No, I think you're like, I think
I'm
that's
on a track.
you're on a track. You're on a track in
I'm
that
on the
you said
right
an
track.
animal. No, I think you're on a track. A dog-like creature with a big head.
I'm really drawing a blank. Pangolin. I'm gonna just throw out as a guess.
Nope. Nope. It's big. Not
Oh,
whale
it is big.
Yes.
Hippopotamus.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense because they're gray. I don't know.
Because they're gray.
Well, sort of. That is a weird thing.
It's a very weird thing. Wait, but also
Elephants are gray. And mice.
yes, and large. More, but you would also, I guess, be crazy if they're the closest relative to I guess maybe even more crazy because hippopotamuses at least can live in the water.
Yeah.
But dog-like creature with a big head is kind of like a hippo. They are on all fours. They have giant
that's
heads.
Sort of what I meant. They have, yeah.
But they're also one of here's a free fact from the Cornell, believe it or not.
The Cornell Reed Library.
Yes, mental library. That probably everyone knows, but hippopotamuses are the most dangerous animals on Earth.
Oh, I heard
They kill the most people, I mean.
they were the worst in Africa. I didn't know on Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and they run like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, and they're pretty cute, though. Have you ever seen a baby one?
They're incredibly cute.
Yeah, but thinking about that giant mouth is scary. They could bite you in half.
You ever seen them crush a watermelon?
Yeah.
That looks so satisfying.
It does.
I kind of wish I could do that.
I love big animals like that. They seem cute, and walruses actually.
Really?
I want a pet walrus. Well, they're one of those animals where you think you call someone a walrus, that's an insult.
Yeah.
But they are adorable, man. You ever seen one that does tricks?
Well, you call someone a hippo, that's an insult too.
Yeah, or a dog. But these animals are cute.
Dog, yeah. Wait, a walrus do tricks?
Yeah, at the zoo.
Seals?
No, walruses will whistle and
Whistle?
and like I'm trying to think of because they'll talk to it and get it to
Breakdance.
like
podcast.
oh, I haven't showered in a way. What do you think about that? You know, or does you know, I don't know. It's always like a joke with a punchline, but I can't think of any.
That was such
you know, whatever they can do with their flippers.
Yeah. Oh, that was such a good Wallace impression. That really delighted me. That really tickled me. What do you think is? Well, let's get into it. What's the cutest big animal?
Beluga whale, maybe.
Beluga whale. I can't.
They're the white
whales
whales that are always making faces at kids on videos at the zoo.
Yes.
I feel like there's a million of those.
What
And I saw a video of a beluga whale. Someone was in the Arctic Circle and dropped their phone, and a beluga whale brought it back to them.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
That is really cool.
Yeah, all these stupid internet videos make me love animals so much, but they're probably just tourist areas where there's always people.
So?
Because like the coyotes around here, actually, I might be like ADD right now, or going off.
Go off,
dude. I love where I live. It's by a park, but there's coyotes every night, and I see them all the time. I usually clap and they kind of stay far away. But the other day I was walking by one, and I clapped to send it away because it was like near these people. And this lady was like, "Oh, he's friendly. He doesn't bite. Oh, poor baby. He's afraid." And it's like, lady, I love wildlife too, but it's good for the animal that it's fearful of humans.
Right.
Grow up.
Right.
I didn't say all that, but I'm looking, sometimes you fantasize about like talking to sense into these people. It's like,
definitely.
Were you going to feed it, you bitch? Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
no, you don't want to do that.
Like, this is the second largest city in America. I think it's okay if the coyotes aren't. That coyote will eat your cat. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
You turn your back.
It
is cute and everything, but
I've lost 3 cats to coyotes out here. Just the name of the game.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's that maybe, yeah. Keep them inside. Next time you get a cat.
Yeah, but I mean, they think they would rather live their lives being able to go outside and have a little bit more adventure. If they knew the dangers involved, I think they would probably still choose to be outside and having a good time. That's my philosophy.
Well,
Rather have their life be short and sweet than long and boring. I don't want a nerd cat.
excuse me.
Nice. Finally. Oh my God.
That was a Super Saiyan
Unleashed. Holy. Was that a walrus doing another trick? That's what it sounded like. Holy mackerel. I think for cute big animals, elephants are cute.
Yeah.
They're scary,
Yeah.
but they're cute.
Baby elephants are freaking cute.
Baby elephants are freaking cute. They are very cute.
And they can injure you too, but it's a lot less scary.
Yeah. Well,
not trying
unless they
to.
trample you. But you know what's not cute, big animal? Rhinos. They're ugly.
Ouch. They're cute, but yeah, I don't want to be near one.
No. And they're probably way less harmful than a hippo.
Apparently, yeah.
But-
Well, that's probably why they're extinct almost, honestly.
Well, because of their horns. We like to
I
harvest
just
the
said
horns.
something. I have no idea.
So we like
But it seems I know they're dumber. I know they're very like low intelligence rhinoceroses.
Really?
Rhinoceri.
well,
and
is that based on your knowledge of Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah. He was like, "Hey, boss." That's how they talk.
He was. He was. Yeah, rhinos are up there, the not cutest. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe go underwater. Giant squid.
Yeah, that's not particularly cute. They're cool though.
They're fucking incredible. And wait, I saw something about, or read something about, or something. I saw somehow I got a fact in my head. I don't know where from or what.
Sounds dangerous.
And it was very, very. It was like almost like something was written in my periphery vision or something. I don't remember how I caught this. Maybe scrolling through Instagram or something. I don't know. But it said something like octopuses, brains have like 10 times the neural links than humans.
I did
3
not know
times?
that, but I do know that they have. The way I say this may be wrong, but they have brains in each tentacle, or like,
Right.
yeah, each tentacle has its own brain, but it's not the same as like, it's not. You cut a tentacle off, it's not gonna like know what
Walk
to do.
off and think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
I guess you can, in theory, the octopus cannot be paying attention, and this tentacle can be doing something, or whatever. Doesn't have to use all its brain power for.
But if they're so smart, can't they figure out how to save the oceans?
I mean, is the ocean in trouble, or just whales and certain species? Because octopuses are not maybe in trouble.
The ocean is in trouble. Definitely.
I mean, they want the world to be warmer so the ocean will grow.
They want the world to be warmer.
Yeah, the ice capsule
the
melt.
ice capsule. But there's also
they want to live in LA too. They want to live in Beverly Hills.
There's something
It's
with
going to be underwater.
the ocean is becoming more acidic. That's like why the Great Barrier Reef was being bleached. Maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking about that actually recently. I don't know why it's more acidic, but won't it be less acidic when the ice caps melt?
Why more water's going to be in there to water
Yeah.
it down?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's an issue with the oceans.
Oh, you said acidic. You didn't say salty.
No,
Right,
I don't think it's salinity. I think
okay. My bad.
it's acidity.
Yeah, okay. We're talking about two different things. Yeah, I didn't know that. That sucks. That is scary.
Yeah, no, the ocean is bad, and I think since octopuses are so smart that it's time for them to step up.
Or that secret society that lives under the ocean and flies all the UAPs. They should figure that out.
They should figure that out, or else we're gonna well, I guess they'll have more place to work.
Yeah, I know. I think it's just good for global warming's good for some other animals, not us though.
It's bad for some animals too, though. Narwhals, which everyone's so enchanted by. I don't give a shit about a narwhal.
I am too. I think they're cool.
You do?
Maybe it's just the idea of them, and it's just very simple. It's just the fact that they have those
big horns.
And they're so odd looking.
They're odd looking. They're not cute. They look stupid. They look cute when they're drawn in cartoons.
Yeah, but they look mystical though. Even the real ones.
They do kind of look mystical. I'll give you that.
And I don't know if I saw this in an animation or maybe it was on BBC or
Planet Earth.
Planet Earth. Is that a BBC thing? But whatever.
Yeah.
One of those documentaries where they have those so they can break through ice, and it showed video, and it was so like
it was cool,
atmospheric and cool. I mean, this lone narwhal is just looking for food and like busting through ice, and it's all blue and whoa.
Yeah, until you're standing right on top of one, and it goes right up your butthole. Ice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. But ice polar bears.
But you want them to live, though, even though you don't like them, right?
Yes, I do. I do. And if the ice melts, then they have no natural predator.
They already don't?
No, they have never had a natural predator. And now the ice has been melting that I probably have said this on this podcast before because this is one of my animal facts I learned from Planet Earth 8 years ago, that orcas can now get up to places they never were able to get to because the ice is now melted. And so they're able to go up and meet with narwhals. And you know what fucking orcas do. They just murder everything.
Well, we need to allow that just enough time. I want to see that that fight in a documentary.
It's
but
not
then
a
we
fight.
need to fix the...
It's not a
like
fight.
they're just going to eat the narwhal.
Yeah, narwhals have never had a predator. They've never had anything that's tried to kill them before. Then all of a sudden, the most efficient killing machine on Earth, besides humans.
Their horn has powers, though.
Oh, they cast it like a spell, like a Harry Potter
start
wand.
Glowing and going.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
And he's gonna say narwhal.
No, we need help. And then polar bears and penguins. These are all animals who need ice,
cold.
Ice and cold. Birds. I'm sure a lot of other birds. Well, we got plenty of birds. We can lose more.
Yeah, it's freaky, but it's a huge issue.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think we're gonna figure it out, you and me.
Let's just go back to comic strips.
All right, is it time? You're right.
I say it is.
Yeah, what a wonderful way to end it. To end just our talk.
Yeah.
Real uplifting
existential
message.
Crisis of our inevitable demise.
Yeah, but hey, at least people are making money.
Not for long.
Okay, so last week we had 2 duds, I would say. And so to punish ourselves for bringing in 2 shitty comic strips, we're bringing in 2 more comic strips from the same.
Yeah. What were we thinking?
So as it is last week, this is the Redux. This is the sequel. It's much like Trump vs. Biden 2. 2 things you didn't want to see go fight each other is going to happen all over again. Go against you, compete against you, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. And we got BC versus the Lockhorns. Who should go first?
I guess I'll go first. Or
I'll go
I
first.
did last time.
I'll go first, yeah. Okay, so you won't believe what the Lockhorns are up to this time.
Oh boy.
They're a married couple. If you didn't know, I didn't know until I read it for the first time last week. Never seen this comic strip before, but it looks very familiar. Kind of looks like an Andy Cap or like a what's the Blondie or like one of the. It looks very comic strippy. Anyway, the guy, Mr. Lockwood, I'll say, is sitting at the bar, right?
That was Lockhorn.
Sorry, Mr. Lockhorn.
Okay.
Mr. Lockhorn is sitting at the bar, and the bartender behind the bar, Mr. Lockwood, is cleaning a glass. No, they don't say his name.
Okay.
He's just standing there cleaning a glass, right?
Uh-huh.
And the wife comes in. She's got her purse on her shoulder. She's upset, and she goes, "So that's what happened to our wall plaque." And you look on the wall, and it says, "Home Sweet Home" over the bar.
That's funny. But why did he bring it to the bar?
Because that's his home sweet home.
Oh.
He spends so much time at the bar.
Can I see it?
Oh, yeah.
I've closed it out.
Of course you can.
That is pretty funny.
All right. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he does look. That is Andy Cap style.
Yeah, right? It looks very familiar, which is comforting.
All right, get ready to laugh your fucking ass off.
Okay.
This is gonna be the best thing you've ever heard.
All right.
All right, 3 panels. BC. It's a bird standing on a turtle shell. First panel. Second panel, the turtle shell explodes and the bird goes flying. And then in the third panel, the turtle shell, the top is blown out. There's a turtle head poking out now. So there was a turtle inside the whole time. And the bird is like on the ground behind him saying like, trying to stifle a... He says, trying to stifle a sneeze.
Yeah.
And then the turtle says, remind me to never do that.
It's always
did he
one
have to
panel
add?
too long. They're always one panel too long.
The turtle just didn't need to say anything. It was only 3 panels.
Yeah. The turtle didn't need to say anything. Trying to stifle a sneeze. They would have been like, that's pretty good. I thought we had a tie. And then I think that last panel ruined it.
Fair enough.
He doesn't need to say, remind me to never do that again. Shut up. What is it, like a contractual obligation to have 2 people speak or something? Why do they need...
Yeah, I know. Like it's a SAG thing. Like the turtle has an ego. It's just a drawing, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Like just put another... If you need another panel, another silent panel of the turtle wiping its face or something, or like... You know, you could put a panel in between before the bird asks the question of like.
No. I don't think so.
Well, if you needed it to make it 4, I'm saying if you needed to make it 4 panels.
No, it was 3 panels.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, but in the final panel, the turtle didn't need to also say anything.
No. Yeah.
But they both said they both said their piece in one panel.
In one panel. I don't know.
All right, so Lockhorns won.
I think Lockhorns won.
All right, so congratulations, everyone. You get to hear more Lockhorns next week.
Also, well, I want to say, what a redemption story for these 2 comic strips. They were both such duds last week, and this week I think they were pretty good.
Sure.
All right, well, come back next week, and we will bring Lockhorns again. And I know you're coming back just for the Mr. and Mrs. Lockhorns, and maybe a guest appearance by Lockwood. But until then, everyone, keep ripping,
keep gripping,
and
keep
stripping.